And so you're going to take a look at the same thing I'm looking at in the screen, okay?
Okay.
Just clean this up here. Okay. So there's a 45 bend right there.
Yeah, right there. I see it. Boy, the definition of this camera is very good.
Fiber optics.
Yeah, but not just, but the lens is good too.
So I'm not going to get too far, I think, because let's take a look. I'll redo this one. But as we're traveling in, you can see some of the scale build up on top of the pipe there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so that's basically when soap dries. Soap is made of lard, so when soap dries, it starts to congeal, and then you get the hanging fruit from it, you know. But
that triangular thing to the left, what is it?
it's
I can see the stuff on the right hand side,
yeah.
but on the left, there is a dark gray.
Yes, that is just scale buildup. You know that it's never really been ripped into the way it should, especially if it was done in March. You know.
Yeah, I mean, but you can see that there is a problem there, and then it seems to be cleaner beyond that, right?
No. On your left-hand side, you'll see the black spots. You see them?
Yeah.
Those are just that's the ABS piping. Look, it's just scaling up on you.
It's coming up.
Yeah. And everything gets caught on there, you know.
Okay.
So it's definitely scale. And here's another spot here.
Yeah.
Now normally, you know, the diameter of the pipe should be nice and round. Yeah. That's just a lot of scale built up there. See it? See how it narrows right there?
Yeah. So that's not a belly, that is just stuff built up?
Yes.
Okay. Keep at it.
Look at that.
Oh, there's more stuff in there. But you know, the interesting thing is that for many reasons, we never discharge any oils into the sink. I mean, we don't even use the disposal.
Mm-hmm.
All of the oils are packaged and thrown away with the trash to avoid, you know, we've had homes with similar problems. Never a problem like this, though. I've never seen anything like this.
Yeah.
What is that?
That's just a severe scale buildup, you know.
Okay.
It looks like to your left there, it might have been. Could be just more scale buildup, you know.
As opposed to that pipe being compressed?
It looks like it might have been pushed in, but it's somewhat deceiving, you know.
Sure.
So this could be a break right there too.
But we've never had any kind of visible presence of water in that hallway on the outside. Never. The problem has always been here. And not anywhere else. Not the toilets, not the tubs, not the sink, nothing. The problem has been always in here. And, you know, I was starting to theorize that perhaps the speed with which the washer is evacuating the water maybe putting a lot more pressure on the system. How far out are you right now?
So it says 19 feet from this point, and it looks like we just tied into a main trunk branch.
Okay.
Where everybody else is, or every other fixture is using that common drain to drain out. So.
So the problem is somewhere between here and the main.
And your lateral from here and the main. Correct. That is correct. So let's keep going to see what the rest of it looks like. And so the rest of it.
No belly so far.
There's one there.
There is a belly?
Yeah. So we're gonna complete the video. I'm gonna pull back, and then
Okay.
we're gonna do the locating task.
Okay.
This way we can. But there's your belly there. And as
I
we
can't
travel-
see it here. It's not resolving.
No, still in there, right?
It's black.
Yeah.
It's not showing me
Let
anything.
me see. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing too. It's underwater right now, so you're gonna get that murky screen. The bad part about this is that for some reason, oh, made it out.
Made it through your.
I'm still in the belly, and it's about it's 4 feet already.
Now, if we have to repair that belly,
Yeah.
that other than destroying the cement in their hallway, what else does this entail? Are you going to put it like a stent inside of it?
If it was a nice straight, you can't correct bellies with that stint, you know. It'll just take the form of the pipe and whatever
Yeah.
the
So
path
you got to
is,
cut the pipe and
and
replace.
reconnect that section.
It's called an anastomosis in medical terms.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's a bowel resection. Literally, anastomosis. Cut the middle and put two pieces, a new piece together to connect both ends. So there's still water in there?
Yeah, we're just backed up, and I can't get past that point. Okay, so at this rate, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull it back out.
Okay.
We're going to get the locator, the wand, and we're going to, every 3 feet, we'll continue to follow it so that we can see the direction it's heading in.
Okay.
The sooner we get out of concrete, the better, but this is a problem area for sure. The only reason why I say that is because it's so long, and it's about a good 3, 4, maybe even 5 feet long. Looking at the counter. You see the counter? So,
So in any event, you really need to snake this to get rid of all of that crap.
right. So where you saw the transition from this branch to the main trunk line,
Yeah.
that's the part that we're going to snake out. The part
How
past
about
that,
the parts leading to it?
this trunk line now goes into the ground and feeds into the main trunk. This, what we're going to do right now, that's feeding into the main trunk, is that section with all the scale buildup.
Okay.
Once we pass that point where we saw the belly and all that other stuff, then I think we should locate that, remove that section, and install proper cleanouts if you don't have any outside. Do you know what they are? Access points to the sewer line?
Like that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there was only one outside. It's at the end.
Okay.
But we've never, again, that side of the house is never, we've been here for 10 years.
Mm.
We've never had a problem with the toilets or the tubs. The only booger is this one.
Okay. Yeah. And rightfully so. I mean, there's a lot of, let me grab some paper towels and I'll be right back. But
Okay.
there's a lot of scale buildup in it, you know?
I understand.
We'll see if we can make a difference though.
So yeah, I'll give you
Perfect. Let me grab the snake then. And the locator.
Don't get bit. Okay, my friend. So do you go by Alex or Alejandro?
Alex.
Alex.
Yes.
No hispanidad, huh?
Sí.
What's your ancestry, Alex?
Puerto Rican.
Puertorriqueño.
Sí. ¿Y usted?
Argentino.
Argentino. Y el apellido Pantoja es mío. Y hay muchos Pantojas en Argentina.
Well, they were running away from the hot weather.
Yeah, I know. I think there's a... What part of Argentina are you from?
Buenos Aires, porteño.
Oh, nice. That's pretty over there.
It is. Buenos Aires is a very attractive city.
You go back often, or?
Let's see. I left in 71.
Oh, wow.
I've been back in 78. My father was very sick, and I was able to go and visit him when he came out of ICU. And then I was back there to visit with my mom, I think, in 85,
Oh.
and then in 92. So that was my story.
What'd you do for a living?
Here, you mean in the States? Well, I went to university here, and then I did systems engineering with computer sciences, and I wasn't making enough money, so I became a salesman of computers, large computer installations for hospitals mostly.
Nice.
And I did that from 1980 until 2007.
Wow.
Yeah, but I move I had a good career path. I was lucky. People pulled me by the straps, and I was vice president of operations.
Wow.
For a $1 billion company.
That's awesome.
I'm the luckiest man I know, Alex.
You think so?
I know so. I know so. So that's your sonar, huh?
This is my sonar, and we're gonna pair it right now with that right now.
And it sings too.
Yeah.
Can I offer you some water or some tea or?
Oh no, maybe on my way out. I appreciate it. Thank you. All right. Okay, very good.
While you're doing your legitimate work, I will be doing a little bit of bullshit work out here.
Sounds good, sir. All right, looks like we're traveling inside the house.
Okay, now?
Yeah.
Yeah, it should come across there and across and then down.
Gotcha. I'm gonna make my way inside, okay?
Yeah, that's fine. My wife's name is Donna, so let her know that you're coming in.
Very good.
And then when you get to the outside door, just let me know. I'll open it for you.
Okay. Donna? Donna? I gotta make my way around the house, okay? I gotta make... I just gotta make my way around the house. Oh, you're fine. there's a frequency that my camera head is emitting right now, and so it shoots a message to this panel here and will go into the ground.
Cool.
It's heading right to the kitchen.
Yeah, because it goes into the sink.
Yeah.
We did have a pipe break.
And did you have to break the concrete?
No, they rerouted it, hence why we have this here.
Okay, so that's water line.
It's a water line.
Okay,
From the hot water line.
This is the sewer.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, I understand. Okay. Yeah, it happens.
Yeah, they're old. Luckily, they just put a plastic pipe through.
Yep.
It was the easiest thing to do.
For sure. Okay.
Lucky shot.
And that's where it starts. So that's where the camera stopped right now. I want you to hang on to this for us. And it's a little blurry right now, but I'm going to pull back. And then I'm going to... That entire belly is about... about 2 feet long, I'm going to say. Snake that. It's 23 feet from here, but it's holding water, and all this stuff congeals over time, you know, and starts to harden. But when I send my camera in, I can hear the gloop gloop, gloop gloop, gloop gloop, you know. So this is where the problem area is. What we're going to do is we're going to snake it out while running some cold water in the kitchen. Hear it?
Well, you know what you're listening for,
Yeah.
so.
Okay. I'm not going to force it, so we're going to snake it right there, okay?
You're gonna snake from here all the way out, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Might as well do it right.
Might as well. Well, that is not.
Well, this is your branch line, because I can't fit a big snake to do the 4-inch line, you know.
Okay.
So I'm just doing the 1.5 to 2-inch line, which is what the snake is rated for. The belly and the sewer line, if there even is one, needs a bigger snake, which I also have, but.
Okay. I just put some of this stuff in. Okay, hold on a second.
goes. All right, we're going to be snaking out this line. if you want.
Well, a lot of the black stuff is gone.
Yeah. See that area right there? It seems pretty tough, but we're gonna wash that all out.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just collecting, but you see the black pipe on the bottom? Looks nice.
Yep.
It's just a lot of debris.
So do you guys do that demolition work?
Yep.
The repair?
Yeah.
Okay. We need to talk to the insurance company and see what they have to say. If they say anything other than,
I'm gonna make my way inside and run some water in the kitchen, okay?
that's fine, you know how to get there, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okie dokie. I'm doing a little bit of pushing work in here, so don't mind me. You're running the water?
Very little.
Okay. You know if you need anything.
Thank you. debris in there. We're just breaking all that stuff that congealed.
Yeah.
We're breaking it all up. So now I just gotta poke through. Slowly but surely.
So even though this was snaked in March, none of the stuff was removed.
Nope. It's too early to have that scale build up the way you did.
Yeah,
Too
that's
soon.
what I'm saying. There's a lot of stuff. Now, for the sake of theorizing here, is there a way that we can get to the belly from the outside of the house?
Like undermine the house?
Huh?
Undermine the house?
No. I mean, doing the removal of the concrete here on the outside to get to the and just I'm trying to whatever I can
I hear
to
you.
preserve the tile.
I understand. You know, I think getting to where it starts is the most important part of repairing a belly in the line. Then obviously compressing the soil, so on and so forth. But nonetheless, starting from where it begins to where it comes back out is that one section that you really are after. You know, whether we can get that from the outside, I find that difficult to do.
Okay, well, I don't want to hold you up because you committed 4 hours here and
Yeah.
we are well into 2 hours already. So
Yeah.
do your thing and then we'll talk about it. There is a thing that I don't understand, which is why there is a line that goes all the way across that room in there, and then this one goes across in here. That makes no sense whatsoever.
That's a good question. This line runs that way towards the kitchen. I traced it every 2 feet, and it runs underneath your refrigerator, picks up the kitchen sink, and then bends. That's where we saw the 45s. Bends and makes its way under the closet, and then bends again and makes its way up to the front doors.
It's a lot
What
of
a
bending.
fucking
This
cockamamie design.
This line should have ran by itself.
Right there.
Correct.
Yeah.
You know.
Crazy.
So.
Hey, it is what it is. I mean, we've been dealing with it for 10 years with the backflow.
Yeah.
It's not going to go away, and I'm getting sick of it.
I hear you.
Well, you're gonna be sicker when you see how much we need to fuck up inside the house.
Yeah, I think traveling through the insurance, I think is the best way to go. You know, and see what they.
Well, that addresses the financial issue. It doesn't address the
mess.
inconvenience, and we
Well,
can't
you
do
guys-
this during the summer.
No.
Keep
No?
all of the doors open.
We normally do pretty good on containment. You know, and
You
we
guys
have-
can find us tilers and stuff like that.
oh, we do the whole thing.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
good.
We do the whole thing, and we have air scrubbers in the house. You know, so it
Because
does-
still, but you're still gonna have to have doors open.
Yeah.
It would be great if it was right outside the step, but it isn't.
We'll probably have the front doors open, but we'll contain all that with plastic, you know, and make sure that nothing gets in or out that way.
Well, I'm not concerned about intrusion. I'm concerned about keeping the heat or the cold.
Gotcha. Oh yes.
All right.
Yes. All right, good sir. Come on over for a second.
Sure.
So we're just going to go ahead and pause this video.